Is this self-converted camper overweight? Hi, we're John and Kim from Budget Travel Family. Thanks for joining us this week. We're here to try and debunk some of the myths that we've had on the social media over the last few weeks regarding the weight of our van for 7 people that we've been around Europe in. So we're going to go now to our local weighbridge and get it weighed. Follow us.
Let's go.
So we've arrived at the weighbridge. They've told us we have to drive round to the back where there's a big massive metal plate. So if you haven't been to a weighbridge before, it's a huge metal plate on the floor and you have to drive the vehicle onto it, and then it basically reads your weight. It's a huge scale that we get to drive on. So Kim's looking a little bit nervous, to be fair.
We'll be fine.
So at the weighbridge, this van is obviously, we're going to put it on the weigh scales over there. But they basically pay £10. You could bring your camper van, your van down here. I don't know if people know about them, they don't advertise it. So ultimately you're going to drive onto this big metal plate and then they'll read the weight of you, whatever's in the vehicle, and then give you a printout, which basically tells you the weight of the whole vehicle. So hopefully it's under 3.5 tons. Otherwise we've been driving around with it not, you know, in the correct manner. We did have it weighed when before we'd put it all together. We'd put everything in the back, and when the seats were fitted we had it all weighed. But there's 7 kids and we were under, but obviously we've had stuff in the boot now. There's stuff everywhere in the back of it, so you know, the water tank's full, we've got the diesel in there full. So if you follow us on other social media platforms, you will be aware that before we went round Europe, we had this van weighed in, fully loaded with all of us in, and obviously with everything we needed for our 5-week trip round Europe. We came in underweight as we knew we would. This video is just to show the negative Nigels that all jumped on it saying it wasn't true, that this is correct, and obviously to let people know it can be done, a large family, underweight.
Sorry.
3120.
Go around the front and see him now.
Brilliant, that's perfect. Thank you so much. 3120. We're under. We're under. So we've just been on the weigh scales. It was 3120, which, you know, is good. Obviously we haven't got the kids in it with us today. We're going to add that on to the final score, but we will be under the 3.5 ton. So all the negative comments out there, in your face. We were 3120 kilograms. So basically we need to go home. The kids aren't with us today, so we're going to weigh all the kids.
But that's with full
full tank. That's with our water in and all our worldly possessions. We do travel light. We have been so conscientious through the build to have all the materials really lightweight. All our plywood on the side has been 3mm, which everyone's like, don't use 3mm, but we needed to keep the weight down so much. We've had the weight conscientious of this so much that it was a bit of an obsession at the time, because everyone was saying you will not get that van under 3.5 ton with 7 people, a dog, your water. We only carry 50 litres of water. We don't carry a 100-litre tank. We were aware that with a full tank of fuel, obviously a full tank of fuel I think is between 80 and 90 kilograms, so we have to factor that in. We have kept it as light as possible, hence why we are under.
Don't we have the kayak and the paddleboard?
We do, yep. So we also have a kayak and a paddleboard in our garage under the back bed. So it's, you know, we are fully loaded in our boot. We do travel as light as possible with clothing. We don't take loads of clothes. We don't have, you know, a massive amount of stuff we take with us. We take the essentials.
We just take a lot of children.
Yeah, a lot of children and a dog, so that's the difference there. So as what we'll do is we'll add it all up and we'll give you the final total, but I will be damned it will be under 3.5 tons. So all the haters out there, you know who you are. In your face. This is for you. So as you've seen, we've just done the final weigh-in of all the kids. The van weighed 3120, so all the kids together, combined weight, I'm just going to check my paper, they came to 198 kilograms, so we'll just go, for argument's sake, 200 kilos. Add that onto 3120, you're coming out with 3320. So obviously there's still wiggle room there under the 3.5 ton. I just like to say that it is possible to have one of these extra long wheelbase, extra high roof, you know, camper conversions to keep them underweight. A lot of people will talk about you can't do it. It's about doing your research, using the right materials on the build, because obviously if you're using a really thick wood or heavy material, you're going to be overweight. We didn't have that luxury because we had 5 children and a dog, so obviously we've got to fit in the extra seats that obviously come at the weight, so we had to cut our weight back in other areas. Hence why, do your homework. It is possible. There's a lot of people that tell you it isn't. We've proved it wrong. So obviously if you stuck around the whole of the end of this video, give us a comment and, you know, and let us know that you've stayed to the end. Give us a thumbs up. We appreciate you watching us, and we'll have another video for you next week.